Leighton Moss, home to the largest reed bed in the northwest. Through an area of tall reeds you'll find Stuart and Nick. Whether it's late evenings or early mornings, they're here to ring birds.
We've got a biter, let's flute it.
They put specialist nets up for a few hours at a time to catch the birds. These are constantly checked, as welfare is paramount to the practice.
We take the bird out, and the first thing we do obviously is to identify what species it is. This is a reed warbler. So this is a migratory bird, winters in Africa, and then comes all the way here to Leighton Moss to breed. Every bird that we ring gets one of these. There are different sizes for different sized birds. And then if you have a look on there, every single ring has a unique number on it.
Right. Wing measurements and weight are also recorded. This up-close method can show detailed information.
If you have a look at the tail on that one, we can see what's called a fault bar. So you've got this pale little window going right the way across like that. And that basically tells us that this bird has experienced a short period where it was struggling to get enough food. Probably coincided with one of the local storms that we've had. But it's absolutely fine now.
150 species of birds visit Leighton Moss every year, with 80 of these species breeding here. And it's this wetland habitat that's behind me that's really important to ensure that the populations thrive here. Stuart first started birdwatching here in the 1980s and has been bird ringing all over the world for 25 years.
Once you've got birds individually marked, then of course that allows you to definitively study where they go, how long they live, whether they've bred successfully. And the idea is that in a perfect world, somebody else will catch your bird. Here at Leighton Moss a few weeks ago, we caught a sedge warbler with a Belgian ring on it. So it has the address of museum in Brussels on the ring. And we now submit that information to the ringing scheme in Belgium, and then hopefully over the next month or so, we'll find out where it was ringed. The only people allowed to do bird ringing in the country are fully trained. It takes a lot of investment to get your license. All of the evidence by anybody who's ever studied this shows that the actual fitting of the ring itself has no measurable effect on the birds. It doesn't weigh anything, it weighs proportionally less than a wristwatch. If it's done properly by licence holders, then there's no evidence of any impact.
Yeah.
And if you look at the pattern of the crown feathers.
Nick works at the reserve and is nearly at the end of his training. He says it's taken years to get to this point.
It's quite intensive. It's not just about putting the ring on the bird. Even putting up the nets is, many sessions of learning there.
Currently, these bird ringers are on the lookout for one species in particular.
So many people who come to Leighton Moss to birdwatch will have seen their first bearded tit here, and people still come to this day hoping to get a glimpse.
The reserve manages this wetland especially to protect populations of birds, including the bearded tit, and I was lucky enough to see one. Flying free and providing important information to help protect other birds for years to come. Annie Olsen, BBC North West Tonight, Lancashire.